3, 2, 1. You're live.
How nice it is for people to trust us to go live again. This is the third time we're going live, right?
Only third time?
Fourth time, is it?
It feels at least 5 times. Come on.
It feels longer, yes. I don't know. I've never experienced this before, so.
You can always go live on Insta. You have a massive following on Insta, right? How double digits?
I do.
Tens of people are on your Insta.
all the Maharashtrians in and around where I stay follow me on Instagram. Lovely. Welcome, guys. This is episode 27 of season 2. That's long as well. Okay, first let's get the important things out of the way. COVID wave is upon us. Second, third, fourth. I don't know which one, but it's slow.
Why is this becoming phase Instagram?
Is it?
Yeah, it's our news of the day.
Oh, this is for my followers, for the Maharashtrian followers.
Achha, got it. But we're in Mumbai. Karthik doesn't care, right?
So if you have not registered for vaccination for the elders in your house, or if you haven't vaccinated them already, please do.
Acha, now if you're above 45, you're elder, Sapre, you're each.
But Sapre is registered, right?
I've
just discount also.
I just got out that there was a cutoff age, so I'm in the next list now.
So, that's been true for a long time. Now college, sports, vaccination. Sab first cutoff, sab mein miss.
Consistency, right, is the key. Naval says that.
True.
So please be careful. Stay at home. We're anyway staying at home. We're not venturing out too much. I did actually Lonavala over the weekend.
You went to Lonavala?
But
terrible. How can you say don't venture out and then go to Lonavala?
You spent the first five minutes of this podcast giving gyan.
And then I admitted to what I did. But I'm feeling okay. There's no problem as such. But I just went there to tell people that there's nothing to do in Lonavala anymore. So
Karan went to Mahabaleshwar. So that might be the hit spot.
Yeah.
Oh, he drove also for a longer time.
I mean, yeah. But at least you get sandwich and, he got Gulkand back for me. So that works.
You can get sandwich, Gulkand or COVID. One of the 3 things on long trips.
Oh, touch wood, man.
Right. This is going exactly like the way I planned the name of my episode, which is Bol Bachchan. And
nice.
Some of you would say, no way, Jose, but that's what I feel about naming this episode. Right.
How dare you say that about him? He's the special ones.
We'll speak about it. I want to hear from Iyer, actually. He was the one to, after Daniel Levy, it was...
prophesied.
It was prophesied. It was Iyer who really believed in that. So we'll talk about Spurs. But it's what, April 2021, and this 1 year gone, things haven't changed. United still gives you acidity. Arsenal are still disappointing. Fulham don't deserve to stay in the Premier League anymore.
Do they?
Or do they? Yeah, that's not the question. Hopefully none of the people who are listening to will ask. But we'll talk about it after the break. Quickly, let's listen to what Amit has to say first. Okay, I'm going to start this with you, right? Spurs have now lost 21 points from winning positions this season. Only Brighton and Southampton have been worst. That's not the worst stat. The worst stat is they've been ahead, as in from a point standpoint, only after City. So they're either competing with the City, where they take a lead and then don't do anything about it. And on the other side, there's Brighton, and who's a team that United comfortably.
Comfortably. Okay, let's relax.
Comfortably.
Slowly.
And Southampton, another team which United comfortably beat, right? What is wrong with Spurs? I mean, no, Mourinho came out and said a lot of things, which he usually does, but this time he just went overboard. He said, same manager, different players. At United, he took the credit for finishing second with that season, 19 points, albeit behind City, but he still took credit for it. And now he wants to blame players. Who do you want to blame, yourself or Mourinho?
No, yeah, I mean, I think they're fine. I mean,
Huh? This is what happens when you ask a Fulham supporter about Spurs.
No, they're 3 points off 4th place. If they had, they're in 6th. I think it's absolutely fine.
Did we go from they will win the league?
Yeah, okay.
They're 3 points off 4th.
Yeah, okay. If you're going to hold me on that winning the league account, then yeah, they've done absolutely horrendously. But then it goes back to why I would have said it, right. I think Sapre's stat proves me right in a way by saying that they've been in winning positions as many times as City have. So I assume that you would learn at some stage not to give up those winning
I
positions.
like how
But
Karthik started with this argument because he's also not taking the blame. He's saying, if you were to hold me account by my own words, I mean, first of all, that is incorrect of you to hold what I was saying as true. And then go back and listen to your stat and say, if that would have happened, I would have been right. Is what you're
yeah,
saying.
it-
Who are you
it's how-
blaming? I missed that part. Like, I know you're not to
I-
blame, but who is?
I don't think anyone's to blame. I think Spurs are at the level where
Even
they're at.
better. I think that
Yeah,
would
I
be
think-
Mourinho's next press
Let's
conference.
let's blame this on COVID as well, right? We've blamed almost everything on it.
No, he says players, and he's probably right. But also the fact that he's not as good a manager as he once was. But when he says that his players can't do what he expects of them, or he probably looks at them and thinks this is what John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho used to do for me. These two, Dyer and Alderweireld, are not going to do the same thing. So is Mourinho stupid to even believe that they can do? The only world-class player he has are two, Harry Kane and Son.
And they've done
That's
so
pretty
well
much
on the
it.
world level. My question to you, Karthik. Why would you think every team that you've managed after a title-winning squad will be exactly like that? Whose
I
fault?
think-
It's your fault then.
I know that wouldn't you say then it's Levy's fault? Because every team, at least where Mourinho has gone,
It is never Mourinho's fault.
because even with United, he actually won something. So at least when he was doing badly, he had that thing of at least I'll win you some trophies. So maybe Daniel Levy thought these people are saying Pochettino is a great manager, but he doesn't win jack. So I'll get
Except he took
someone
them
who's
to the
a,
final of the Champions League.
yeah, right. But then he maybe he thought, okay, I'll get this guy who everyone thinks is a dinosaur manager, but at least he'll win me trophies. Neither has worked so far, but you never know. The Carling Cup final, the Carabao Cup final, whatever it's called these days, is coming up versus
Correct.
Audi is also
Manchester
coming in,
City.
I think, July or something.
Because Carabao Cup is the only trophy that Spurs haven't won, right?
That's the last one they won, I think, 2008 or whatever.
Yeah. under Juan
Yeah.
de Ramos.
Oh, wow. That's a name that hits.
So Mourinho is not
Yeah.
really doing this, is what you are.
I mean,
saying.
it's fun, but no, I don't see a blame there because Spurs are exactly, I suppose, where they're meant to be. It's the only West Ham who seem to be doing brilliantly, who are not where they're quote unquote meant to be. I think every other club is exactly where they're meant to be.
Okay. This includes Fulham, right? I'm guessing. Can you say that?
Yeah, I mean, if you know what, taking leads and then conceding goals, if you play like the way we did, you deserve to go down, man. Go sit in the championship. It doesn't stream in India. I'll be damn happy. Give me a good weekend for once.
Nothing on fan code or anything like that.
No. I remember during the championship final, I got these, what are those illegal websites? Ronaldo7.net.com.xyz.
We obviously don't click on those links.
Yeah.
But they can do like
there's some.
they can do Instagram live, or I'm guessing WhatsApp live. Because not a lot of people would be watching. So I mean,
So Lukman is holding the phone in the corner. He's anyway subbed off at halftime. So
Okay.
Poor guy.
so from teams who've dropped points consistently to a team that lost their first match under Thomas Tuchel. I mean, are we reading too much into this, Shivram? I don't know. Chelsea is the team that you were really banking upon to do well this season. They're not doing bad. They had a fantastic run.
yeah.
And now the loss to West Brom, it's because it's to West Brom, it just makes it a big deal.
Yeah.
Is there anything to worry about Chelsea? Will they still finish in the Europa League spots?
I think Tuchel has done whatever he's done right till now. That one moment, I think, which Karthik pointed out really well, is that Rudiger is, very, very important to that team. And somehow he didn't start again. And then they had a bust-up over the weekend and he was ejected. So that's another problem. We'll see what happens. Sorry, tomorrow night against Porto.
If you fight with Kepa and you're the one being sent to the
There is a problem.
Yeah.
I have a bigger question. Why is Kepa even training? What is he training for?
Someone has to pick the cones. Not everyone can have Arteta. So anyway, so my point is, like, they didn't start Rudiger. There was also, like, right at the start of the game, Tuchel said some of them have been able to finish training and some of them were playing for their international teams and so on and so forth. And basis that whoever finished their training has made it to the squad, which is fine. And Chelsea were pretty okay until they started completely disintegrating at some point in time, which is also okay because this is 1 of 11, right? And this is the first game that has happened since Tuchel joined, like you said. So I think it's a blip, and you'll find out why, because when the FPL part comes up and you guys have to listen to me again for the second week running, I will tell you how much I'm banking on Chelsea to do better, especially against Crystal Palace. It's a London derby. So it'll be pretty cool to see you pick up Chelsea players, but I'll get to that. I think it's a blip. I think Chelsea will find their way back to 4th spot. West Ham, again, like Karthik said, punching well above their weight. I think they will also meet them. I think they have a bunch of tricky games coming up. Antonio went off injured, so that's another problem. Lingard's played really well, but if you look at the numbers, he's been performing spectacularly well, which is unsustainable over a long period. So I'm not saying he's not good. He's great for a West Ham-like team, but there's a reason why he was sent out on loan from a United-like team.
I think United is to profit if Lingard continues to do well. They got him off the books. Hefty salary. And if
really, how much do you pay Lingard, man?
A lot. I think he was paid more than Giroud.
What are you saying?
Yeah. We have a lot of money now. Look at the signings we've done over the past few years.
Tremendous. Okay. That is a big number.
But what I loved about in that game, not the second half, Wolves did well, but the Berbatov-esque flip that Lingard did.
Amazing. You remember. That is brilliant. You remember. That was Berbatov at Spurs, by the way. Wasn't that?
No, that was Berbatov at United, and it was against West Ham.
Ronaldo. Was it? Did he pass to Ronaldo? Who finished?
Yes. Ronaldo's finished, of course.
Ronaldo finished. Yeah. I think Yannick Bolasie did it also. Yeah, then you're right. Then it's possibly at United. Because I remember that flick like yesterday when he almost went off the field and brought it back in.
Yeah, and Ronaldo never played for Spurs. Ronaldo never played there, so it has to be at United.
A lot of good players never played for Spurs, so that you can blame Daniel Levy for.
Yeah, but going back to Chelsea, I think they will do well. They will continue to do well.
So 2 questions, one for each of you. I think Shivram, let me start with you. Now you've seen enough of Tuchel's games. I think his back 3, if not 4, he knows who he wants to play. Rudiger, I think, was benched because they thought they're playing.
I don't know. Alonso, how many starts has he gotten? He's been good, but you saw a
lot of starts. Yeah, I think he's got more starts than Chilwell has.
But I think he made the most mistakes that game. He was caught out of position the most number of times, but that is also because West Brom, not discounting what's his name again? Pereira? Pereira did well. They were in the right spot in many places, and Alonso was bombing up forward, which works a lot of time because Werner misses a shot and then Alonso has to clean up. But this time they didn't have as many balls. Alonso was bombing forward, still continuing to bomb forward, and then they paid for it. So it's a give or take, right? It's a zero-sum game.
So I don't know the defense who they'll sell. They've got decent players back there.
Sell?
But from the forwards, they'll definitely. Right? There's a lot of players up there. There's Pulisic, there's Ziyech, there's Hudson-Odoi, there is Giroud, there's Werner, there is Havertz. Mount, I'm sure he'll retain.
Abraham.
Tammy Abraham also, yes.
Forgot about him.
From one player that you think he'll definitely go to the club next season. One out of those.
Oh, I was going to name one who was going to sell. I was like, I'll name more of them he'll sell. I think he'll retain. Did you name Werner also? He has to retain Werner. That is unquestionable. Right? That's unimpeachable. You can't sell the player. He did really well at Bundesliga for whatever it's worth. It's not like I think the team's not coming together as much as they'd want to. So it's not like they're bad. They just feel like it's bad because they're not number one. So it's relative. Who I would I don't know if Ziyech also I think is unimpeachable. Again, fantastic player. Can't be sold off at least after one bad season. That is not happening. I think Hudson-Odoi might see a loan, and Chelsea is known for the loan army anyway. Yeah. So I think Hudson-Odoi might see an extended period of loan again.
Giroud, what about Giroud?
I think as long as he can keep selling himself back to the club,
that's also true.
He'll be okay.
That's also true. I know there's a Champions League match, and we'll talk about the other matches at the end of this episode. But since we're talking about Chelsea and they're playing a team that only I or you know of, as in you, it's only you who watch 90 minutes of that team,
He has it.
right? And I don't know how many minutes of that league.
Tell us.
Do you have a prediction? No, Chelsea's playing Porto. I'm sorry.
They're
My-
playing Porto.
my-
That's what I
Porto,
was
yeah,
wondering.
so-
Which
My
league
bad,
is Karthik
my
watching
bad.
now? I know he
Yeah.
said Ronaldo 7, but I doubt if Porto streams there.
He watches.
I mean, I am watching that Rocky and Mayur's new show, Goan Gullies or this thing like that, where nobody there is Goan. Everyone seems to be Portuguese only, like in that show. So I don't know
Do
who
they walk
are
with their
appealing
passports,
to, but
or-
anyway.
Prediction for Chelsea. Chelsea's going to win against Porto. Giant Slayers got Juventus out.
Well, see, these are weak questions, right? Because the obvious answer is yes. If you want to be out there, answer is no. Because we know nothing about Porto. We don't even know the name of the guy who scored last time. Yeah, I know the name of the manager, Sergio Conceição. That's about it. So
I
we're
like
not
how
adding
Karthik
value to.
Blamed you for the question. He said that's such a weak question, man. You
No, and
fucking
because-
journalist.
I should have realized my mistakes, right?
He's forming more into the mold of Mourinho as we speak. As he started supporting Spurs, he's like, what a question he got there. Easy answer is yes, hard answer is no. Pick what you want.
So let's move on from Mourinho to a side that Mourinho will never be able to manage, which is Manchester City.
In his dreams.
We know they're running away with the title. If they win all of their matches, they will finish on 95 points. That's
Oh,
the
so not 100.
That's the lowest Pep has managed, right? 190,
99, 99, right? 98.
98. So that's a personal
No.
insult, I'm guessing, for Pep to finish at
Oh, Liverpool finished on
90.
99.
they win all their
Yeah,
matches.
95 points is what City will manage.
That is terrible.
That's it.
That's
Per
terrible.
season.
That's
Per
terrible.
season. Yeah.
Are they going to lose to? Are they going to lose any of the matches? They play Leeds, they play Villa, they play Palace. They have a game against Chelsea. Then there's Newcastle, Brighton, Everton. So it's just a game against Chelsea, which could be.
Damn, this is such an easy run-in.
I
It
think
is.
Karthik
so
has
easy.
beaten everyone before also. So
And they don't-
Okay, I didn't expect
they
it
don't
to be
even
this
need
easy.
sort of run in. It is.
Oh
it is.
man. Yeah, so the answer to that question, yeah, they will they will win. But I'm more keen on, I think City in the Champions League. City are playing again. God, I forgot Dortment tonight or tomorrow
Yeah.
night.
Tonight,
They're playing
tonight.
Dortment tonight.
City
Okay,
has-
so that
has never crossed
then should be fun.
quarterfinal stage. They've never crossed the quarterfinal stage,
Hmm.
right? So
Yeah,
I mean, we
and
can-
however bad Dortmund have been in the Bundesliga, I think if as I think Guardiola put it, when it's two legs and this Dortmund side can come out and score 2 goals in 5 minutes, and then you're under pressure. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to this game much more than I am Liverpool Real Madrid for some
that's
reason.
because Ramos is out.
oh,
Now Varane is out as well.
Varane is out as well.
Oh
Damn.
yeah, they have defense crisis. I got ESPN push notification.
Through Ayer? I'm sure through Ayer.
Ayer only see either I get a notification on the app or Ayer is sending links on our WhatsApp group. It's it's like a wall. Every time I open 6 pages, link, and I don't have I would read through some of them, but I can't click on everyone, man.
Fine,
So it's
I'll screenshot next time so that it's easier.
Thank
for
you. I appreciate.
Yeah,
This-
yeah.
that
The good ones I'll screenshot. The ones that is sad, I'll just forward.
Also, just
Okay, done. That works.
that WhatsApp group for forward, so you don't end up messaging the same people who are in different groups.
And
Hey,
there is
this is like my building group, man. They're banning people from sending forwards over there. Oh, don't send good morning. You send your forwards to other group for forwards. It seems
which
very
is not a
uncles.
fair. I mean, can you also tell my parents that exact same text?
Not a
Don't
very
send good morning.
Actually,
forward-thinking
Yeah,
society.
no, here I'm behaving like the uncle by saying I want to forward stuff, right?
Yeah, you are.
That's
Yeah,
reverse.
yeah.
Okay.
So
But
fine.
prediction is interesting, right? I mean, Dortmund, like you said, want to really play this out in the Champions League, but Haaland may want to move on. City is looking for a striker. Haaland, we know, would fit very well at City, the way they play, the way Haaland plays, and Pep's also renewed his contract again. But his manager said that he'll never sell a player to Guardiola. He doesn't want to sell another player to United, but he and Haaland's father were in Manchester to meet both the clubs, right? You have a lot of journalist friends, right? Fabrizio and Mark Ogden. On that WhatsApp group, what is being forwarded about around this?
Yeah.
I honestly didn't even know they were in Manchester. I always thought they were in Madrid. Wasn't he in Madrid and Barcelona? Now you're making me Google whether Haaland was in Manchester.
This is like if you guys have watched Drive to Survive, right? You've seen how Mick Schumacher was continuing to be in some other paddock and ended in some other team at the end. He ended at which team? Aston Martin.
Where he is this season?
Yeah, Mazepin and Mick Schumacher. Same team, right?
He's at Haas. They're both at Haas.
Yeah, Haas.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
was basically there was a obvious bait and switch where they show him, taking a tour of the other paddock, and then they switch it.
Okay, in the show you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, in the show.
Yeah.
What is the show about?
I mean,
Drive to
Formula
Survive.
One, yeah.
I haven't seen it. Same dashing cars Formula One.
Dashing
Ah.
cars. You have no idea.
I mean, yeah, about Haaland, I mean, it'll be just fun to see him against a club of City's caliber, and particularly we've been praising their defense so much. Diaz, Stones, and who's the other guy? Laporte. It'll just be fun to see Haaland go up against arguably three of the better centre backs going around, rather than some of the stuff you get in Bundesliga. Like sometimes they just
You
Anyway,
admitted. Finally
Aguero's
you
also out.
admitted.
Yeah, Aguero's also out. So there is an obvious spot because Jesus is going to be. I mean, I don't know how they managed to keep Jesus, or
But
he manages to keep himself. at
I'm
City.
also sure that clubs that he's going to leave and he wants to leave. I don't know.
Aguero?
No, Haaland.
No, if
Haaland
the
will
right
leave Dortmund.
money is there, everyone will leave.
Because a year from now, he has a release clause of 75 million. Now that was set in his contract when he signed from Salzburg. This year, it'll have to be a negotiation. So I'm guessing Dortmund wouldn't mind selling him because they can get a lot more than 75 million.
Yeah, and I think
And-
City will be happy to pay more than 75 just so that they can get him one season ahead.
Yeah, but I guess why this entire tour of Europe happened with his agent Raiola was
To
to,
increase the price.
I guess, make a bidding war, right? Like that.
Absolutely,
Get
absolutely.
both Barca, get Real, get City, get United,
So
everyone
you think he's
to.
including flight tickets also?
I am
Yeah,
saying, I have a
this is
feeling
like
this is
office
going to
tour.
backfire. I think this is going to backfire on Raiola. I think every club is going to say, okay, hands off now. This 1 year, we don't want.
So you're saying
Lingard,
finally
Haaland.
Arsenal will have their chance to get hold of a
So
striker.
75 million plus $1.
One chance, one shot, one decent shot on target in the.
Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about Arsenal
You
now
know
that we're
what-
discussing it.
I
And I
mean,
want to ask
we
you
heard,
guys.
we heard Gary Neville and we heard Carragher and we heard all their rants. I don't know why they are so shocked. The first half was terrible, I agree.
Yeah.
But they read too much into it, the front six, the little mafia happening. I mean, I don't know. With Pepe doesn't look like a part of any
I
mafia.
don't know. I read a tweet today. So Pepe honestly hasn't started enough games. He's actually started lesser games than Mahrez. Can you believe that? Like he's been affected more
I
than
can't believe that.
he's not started enough games. So just for the fact that if you haven't seen enough of him, I don't expect you to do well just because of that. Unless you're like a spectacular player who's just, come on the field and scored many goals, but he's not that, obviously. We've seen that now. My question is more like, is it Arteta? Because Aubameyang continues to play on the left wing for some reason, right? And he, did you see him during the game? It was terrible. I had to wait till this, and this is the front three of Pepe, Laka, and Aubameyang, which are arguably fantastic forwards to begin with, but somehow they don't click. And it was so bad, I had to wait till the 60th minute in the game to find out Alisson had a mustache.
Can you stop talking about Aubameyang's haircut and start with his football? Yeah,
I wasn't talking about his...
it was awful. It was so bad. Like, move on to his actual football.
You missed
We
my
get
joke,
the
man.
haircut
You
was-
missed my joke.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What joke was it?
I said I had to wait till the 60th minute to find out Alisson had a mustache because there was no ball
Oh,
hit
yeah.
at him before the
Fair
entire period.
Yeah, that
It was
a good
very
one.
bad.
I think he shaved during the game.
Have you seen Rahul Dravid's Gillette press conferences?
No.
So, as I think it's in his contract that in a press conference, and this is how amazing the blades are, that you have to shave live, right? And there are a lot of photos of him, like him and VVS Lakshman shaving together. And then there's one picture, him and Jacqueline Fernandez. So Jacqueline Fernandez is standing there and he's always shaving. Okay? In the next photo, she's touching his face saying, "Wow, kya smooth hai." So Rahul Dravid is so uncomfortable in the entire... Anyway, this was a digress trying to get you away from the Arsenal chatter. My question is this Arteta's fault for picking the squad? Because I get some of the players were injured and Emil Smith-Rowe has been great. Saka was injured, he's been great. A lot of them didn't make the cut. Now Tierney's out for God knows how many weeks. I think there are other options like start Martinelli. Don't wait till the 78th minute. So start Martinelli on the left, let Oba stand in the middle, and figure out which one of you want to play on the right, and play one. And then switch with Laka at 70 minutes or 60 minutes. Laka is anyway on his way out. Like, it's high time we cash him from Real Madrid.
My suggestion is just to start Willian. He's so unpredictable. He's so confusing to the opponents. Right? They'll just back off or not do anything when he's got the ball.
No, the thing is, if you play with Arsenal in FIFA, and Willian he will frequently, but if he ever gives the ball away, so you know how commentary in FIFA works, right? So it's all pre-recorded. And then it just, like, it reads the situation, then it plays the recording. It just, whenever Willian has the ball, it automatically plays Willian so wasteful there, like he's known to be. It is just so frustrating. I don't get him on the pitch. It is just that one line they have for Willian.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
But taking our conversation from the last episode onwards, we agree that Ceballos is shit. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
Tom already made that point, and Ceballos himself proved it this week.
I think that is the one player Madrid don't want back. Like, tumhi rakh lo.
No, I don't think they want Bale back either. They're very happy with these two guys now.
But Bale is
was
only going and
sold.
saying that I'm going back, I'm leaving Spurs.
The golf courses are better in Spain.
But Arsenal, it doesn't matter whether they're losing 3-0 to Liverpool. No, it doesn't. They're going to do nothing in the league. They're not going to finish in the Europa League in places this season. So I think the best bet for Arteta, go and try and win the Europa League. You'll get into the Champions League. Damn, then your entire season is a success. You're a great manager then.
But it's the same players, right? That he has
Yeah.
a tournament with. So
Different managers, same players. That's the opposite problem of Spurs.
But like we discussed, right? Like a lot of the big teams have been knocked out of the Europa League.
what are you saying? Yeah,
Only
United.
United.
You have United and Roma there. Okay, United can be beaten on their day, like for sure, by Arsenal.
Arsenal beat them. So
Yeah, exactly. So I think Europa League is where Arteta's attention should lie. It doesn't matter what they do in the next 7 games of the Premier League. You get your average of 10 points. It's fine. It doesn't matter if you finish 9th or 12th. Yeah. I mean, big deal.
Actually, before we move on, there was some report on Arteta lying about David Luiz's surgery. Apparently, he said that no, we're still contemplating and he's speaking to doctors. And then right after that or during that, they announced that he's got a minor surgery.
I think Arteta only did the surgery live. It's like Rahul Dravid ऐसा Gillette के साथ. It's like he opened his knee. I mean, Luis, for whatever it's worth, has been one of the better defenders. I don't know how I'm saying that, but I'm saying that.
At least he carries the ball forward. Better
True.
than the
He
other one.
also has this knack of bombing the ball up front. He pretends to think like he's kicked in a few free kicks, but that doesn't mean you'll do it every time. He's no Messi, right? Like,
That's true. He's no Messi. That's very obvious for a long time. So we haven't figured it out now. Enough. United was a very okay match. Nothing really to talk there.
इतना late, इतना घटिया game क्यों रखते हो यार?
I know, man. I know.
At least like the game ended at 11. If it was at 11:30, I'd still manage. 1 घंटा में क्यों देखो Netflix?
No,
I don't have to wait that long.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't get the gap either. Like, why was there a gap between such a big long gap between the two games? And that was to sit and listen to that idiot Tim Sherwood.
Hey, he managed
Lord,
Spurs, right?
yeah.
You should be.
And he's
No,
won the
from-
Premier League as well. We should be even more respectful of him.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Who did he win a
Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot who as a player. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Tim Sherwood won as a manager.
No, Spurs haven't come that close yet, Shivram. Next season. It should have happened this season. But
Yeah. That time, new manager, new players.
Karthik was also Bol Bachchan.
Very nice.
So okay, before we move on to FPL, which is Shivram's favorite part.
Wait,
Yeah.
tell me one thing. This FPL ka weekend is over, kya? I
No.
don't think I've got enough points. I thought I got more.
Yeah,
I
they
think
tax कटा है ना इस बार तो.
GST वो लॉकडाउन था ना तो वो पॉइंट नहीं हारेंगे.
No, I'm sorry, but that shouldn't apply to you because वो तो bracket में आता ही नहीं है.
न्यू regime, old regime फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है.
So let's do predictions. 31 games on. We know City is going to win the league. United have almost secured their position in the top 4. Right now, between Chelsea, Leicester, Spurs, and Liverpool, honestly,
West Ham
and West Ham, right?
and Everton.
I mean, so then you take Villa also. I mean, take everybody.
No,
but
but if
Take
you're
Arsenal
including
also. Take
Liverpool-
Arsenal also 10th.
One second. You just included Liverpool. Everton, if they win their game in hand, go above Liverpool. So where does that come into your
Oh, that is
equation?
true. That is true.
Mathematically, yes, if you say that, but you genuinely think Everton have a
I mean,
chance?
before the international break, Everton beat Liverpool. Yeah.
That is also
Just because
true.
of one 3-0 victory over Arsenal, now you're acting like Liverpool
No,
or
no,
some
I
big-
agree. My mistake again. I make so many mistakes. One more.
That
Right?
is true.
Okay, and Ancelotti is Everton, right? So, are you going to make them part of the top four? If not, then all of this was really futile. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I want
Yeah,
Liverpool.
shut up then.
Wasting everyone's time. Karthik's forte. Together.
So, two teams. Come on, quickly. Liverpool and
I'll go first. I'm going for Liverpool and I'll say Chelsea because Tuchel. So
Okay,
that
so-
means Spurs miss out. Wait. Liverpool,
also-
Chelsea, Spurs. Can United go out? No,
They
they've
can.
got too many points.
They
But
fall
have too
more
many- I
than
think there's too
Leicester.
many
And
points.
they play. United
Yeah,
have a
but
tough run up. They play Tottenham next.
I mean,
no, but
and
they're
they have
11
Fulham.
Leeds. Then they play Liverpool.
they're
then
11
they
points better.
Then they play Leicester. So there's a lot of games left for United.
Okay,
to lose
so then
points.
no. So I'm going to say no United. It's going to be the reverse of last season where United came up into the Champions League spots from outside it. So Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool.
Oh wow, Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool लिख के लो हाँ ये बाद में पूछेंगे वापस. I'm going to say Leicester, Chelsea, West Ham. No, actually I'll retain United. United, Leicester, West Ham as it is. I think it'll continue.
Okay, I'm going to go with United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. That's my prediction.
Hmm.
तुम लोग बड़े-बड़े
Yeah.
टीम का नाम लेना
West
पसंद
Ham.
करते हो.
No, West-
I'm going to go with
West
West Ham making the cut one way or the other. And then getting knocked out because Arsenal won the Europa.
Okay, so we know that.
Hey.
And now let's predict the relegation battle. We know Sheffield's gone. The other teams who are struggling right now are Fulham, West Brom, Newcastle, and Arsenal.
Good one. Good try. Arsenal are 20, no, not even 20, 15 points clear of the relegation battle. So we're good.
So they're good. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's only between Fulham and Newcastle. Like, don't even
Honestly,
consider
yeah.
West.
Yeah.
It's just between Fulham and Newcastle. That's it. And I'm going to say Fulham, obviously, because Newcastle absolutely suck.
Fulham aren't doing really well. I don't know why you're giving yourself so much credit. Plus, Fulham have played one game extra. So,
But then
which vote are you
see,
on?
when you play games extra and you're in the relegation zone, at least when you have games in hand, when you're higher up, you end up winning games to make up those points. Here, having games in hand means another defeat. That's about it. There are no real points that you are gaining from that. So that's why I have faith in.
Okay,
Like I
okay.
mentioned, Shivram, at the very beginning, the last game of the season is Fulham versus Newcastle. If Fulham stay within 3 points, that's all that matters.
Okay. And goal difference also is tricky, no?
I think they'll maintain a higher goal difference. They still have a margin of 3. So yeah.
Let's support Fulham to stay. I mean, let's support Karthik. At the end of the day, it's just the two of us who are going to be with him in the next season as well.
I like Newcastle. I was going to say Newcastle.
So do I, but I mean, between Fulham and Newcastle, yes. But,
Fine. Okay, we'll go with Fulham. Okay.
okay, so much support you have now.
Yeah, two people, the twos of fans.
Okay. Quick predictions for the next game week. United Spurs. Spurs beat the shit out of United the last time they met.
6-1. I think Spurs will come back and beat you guys again.
Okay, so Shivram's obviously going with any team that plays against United to win.
No, but then Spurs are also in that same boat, na?
That's
So it's United versus Spurs. Which is why I'm giving you an honest prediction that Spurs possibly have it on United this time. Especially after the first half you played against Brighton.
Ayer. I'm going to ignore that. Ayer.
Spurs simply because
Okay, heard you.
they're-
Heard enough. You heard enough.
He's pointing somewhere. Karthik,
No,
tell
I
us.
was going to say they're out of the Europa League, whereas United will have to play on Thursday. So I think that'll be a
Double
bit of a-
jeopardy. They're good, plus they don't have a game in hand. Amazing.
When I was saying some amazing teams have been knocked out of the Europa League, I meant Spurs as well.
Also,
You
also-
only forgot. We have to
also
remember.
predicted United to drop out of the top 4 and Spurs to be in the top 4. So it's obvious that you will support Spurs, and it's obvious that I will not support Spurs for.
No, I mean, supporting is different and being logical is
this
different.
match.
Like, I support Arsenal, but I still watch the Arsenal-Liverpool game with Jota and my team. Nah? Like, there's a difference between being logical and being emotional.
By the way, somebody just help me support this or corroborate this. I don't know. It's not a stat. It's just a statement. Most people who play FIFA, if they're Arsenal fans, they will want to play with Arsenal, right? Like United fans will play with other clubs as well. Chelsea fans will play with other clubs as well. But Arsenal fans will always take Arsenal.
कहीं तो जीतेंगे ना cup.
ये सच है ना? This is true, right?
No, it's actually not true. I play with other teams a lot more. Like I play with Portsmouth. Karthik knows. He's seen my Portsmouth journey. I've now started playing with Bolton Wanderers.
Portsmouth can still win, right? I mean,
No, man. No, that's unfounded.
I'm sure you'll
Unfortunately.
get Lua out of his retirement to play for Portsmouth.
No, man. Unfounded. Hey, Morton Gams Pedersen. I'll get back if I could.
Martin Gamps Pedersen was at Blackburn.
Blackburn. Sorry, yeah, blue, white, same thing, yeah.
Correct. Venki is not going to give you any discount going right.
That's
Okay, FPL. Time for FPL. Shivram, take over, man.
Kafi ghatiya week. Thank you for joining FPL for this week. Anyway, let's start with the league. I think that is where most of the action is. Number one in the Football League. And if you want to join this league, actually, you can. It's go to fantasy.premierleague.com. Type in H3OMYA. That's H3OMYA. There are tens of millions of people on this group. I can't even scroll down to see the last number. Too many scrolls. But you can join this league. Come show us what you got. Between the three of us, there's only one person who is in the first scroll. And I will reveal that. Arey yaar, sapre. Matlab, I said I will reveal that immediately. Don't keep it in your pants for a second. It's terrible. So anyway, Sapre is doing really well. Why am I hearing an echo? Anyway, I'm not anymore. Number one is Kloppites. Tanmay Gode.
Sorry, I was watching our own video.
Yaar, Karthik, the bachpan mein, when you called into radio and said, mere liye, wo wala gana bajao. So first thing they say is, can you switch off the radio behind you?
Yeah. I didn't realize it was on loud. And I remember...
Intern in radio.
Yes. I'm sorry. And I remember once, I want to tell you the story now. I called into radio and I didn't request a song and all, but I won a free US Pizza Wala pizza by giving love advice to a girl on radio. That is how I won my free
What
pizza.
qualified you to give that love advice?
Did she ask?
No, she didn't ask. There was this RJ Savio in Bombay only, like you guys.
So
may
it's a
remember.
regular Indian male, basically. Nobody asked, I gave.
Yes, RJ Savio, probably from Goa, 100% from Goa. He was
Or
there.
Bandra.
Yeah, for sure. He was probably right next to me when I was talking to him. And basically, this girl sister didn't like her boyfriend. So I went
when
and
you said sister, I thought very, very.
No. The girl's sister didn't like her boyfriend, the one who had the love issue.
Sister didn't like.
So
I don't like, matlab, my sister's boyfriend.
Right, and so I went and told her told him that girl's sister is actually jealous of this girl.
So I am jealous. So that girl is jealous
Where is
of
the
my
advice?
sister.
Where is the advice?
Yeah. No advice. Like I think this is my solution, not solution. Answer.
Oh, where is the solution? What is the question?
The question is, why is my sister upset at me? So I said the sister also likes the boy.
Oh,
That's
so
what
but now is the next question. How do you solve this?
I got a free pizza. Can you just let it be?
Why does everything you have to do got to do with pizza, man? Fulham has pizza, Savio has pizza. I can't. Every time you come home, we have to have pizza. Now there's a pattern here. Anyway, number one, Kloppites, Tanmay Gode, 2014.
Wow, he's reached one.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's
been
close to
one.
2,000 points.
He's been one for a while.
Yeah, he's been one for a while. Anurag Mandle, our number one last year, but number two this year. Kai Wei Z, 1975. Oh my God, these are digits I've not even seen. Number three, our very own Andre Acuna. For everyone who doesn't know, Andre Acuna is a senior from college. May the Josh be with you. 1963, FC AK, owned by AK. Anil Kapoor, 1956 points. Well done, Anil. Numero Bruno, which is a Press favorite team, 1955. A lot of people following them, but what is really interesting is our very own Sapre at number 15. Wow, 1922. You're just short of like 90 points of number one, yeah? With no chips, of course. You have a triple captain.
I do.
So you're obviously doing really well. How was your week?
It went well after Lingard got me all the points.
Oh, why did you captain him?
I trusted in you, right?
Cool. Now that you've said it out loud. Karthik, how did you do?
I got 39 points. So
Okay, let's do the revelation. Karthik, game week is over. No more points coming in. Even if it was on, you would still not get any points.
Did you start this week saying now I'm going to focus on winning the month?
But I don't understand this behavior, man. Like I don't get
Of getting points.
Yeah,
Sapre got 72.
Shit.
He's almost double yours.
I think I need to take. I hope I have a wild card. Let me take a wild card next time. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've already taken 2 wild cards.
Call Savio and take advice. No?
Pizza you can give. There are a lot of fun games now because there's no international break between now and the end of the season. I really hope. That was damn boring, by the way. I had too much time to think over my transfers, which is why I only got 64 points. Fulham play Wolves. I have to give you insider information which I found on Twitter.
Yes, please.
Jimenez transferred himself into his squad.
Oh,
I
okay.
half expected him to start yesterday.
Maybe he lost a bet on some podcast. I don't see any other reason for him to do that.
Could be. But I don't know if that is a punt you guys want to take because Wolves have a fantastic run. They play Sheffield, I think, after this and then West Brom. So, I mean, at least Neto, right? No? Yes? Maybe?
They're a bad side, yeah. I mean, no.
They are. I mean, if West Ham can pump 3 goals in the first half against you, then
They're playing Fulham next week, right?
They are.
Yeah, no, Friday night. So remember, Friday
Oh,
is...
yeah, Friday night.
And I have a triple cap chip left. Okay.
Ooh, now is a good time. But Fulham are okay at the back. Huh? Sometimes they open up, but otherwise they're bad. Man City play Leeds. It's going to be a goal fest for at least one of the teams. I don't know which one, but one of them is going to score lots of goals.
No, City will score a lot of goals. They rested Sterling,
played
so
home.
he'll be back. So at least.
But midweek game.
No,
Did not think of. Are you're United now? No wonder you forgot about him.
No, but he's got almost everybody fit in that squad now. Right, Pep?
Technically, yeah. Technically, everyone's fit, yeah.
He played Aguero, I mean.
That's how fit he was. Crystal Palace play Chelsea. Okay, put a pin in it. We'll come back to it. Burnley play Newcastle. Anyone interested in Wood? He's been scoring every game. Don't Nick Karthik, yaar. Like, little bit you have to grow up, man. Oh my God, it's not morning yet. West Ham play Leicester. Can you please think of Vardy? Like, do you guys remember the season with Sturridge and Suarez playing next to each other?
Yeah, SNS.
SNS, yeah. I had both of them in my team, and every game I would like both of them would either get an assist or get a goal off each other. Like, just points galore. I think Iheanacho and Vardy are going to be that squad for at least the remaining run of games. Anyone fancy a double up?
So you're saying Antonio won't play?
I don't think Antonio.
I'm guessing there'll be a lot of goals. West Ham also score and now concede.
Like, yeah, Antonio's been out for a while with his hamstring.
Scored 3
He finally hobbled back in.
for the past 2 matches.
Now again he's out.
Yeah.
So
Fun
What
match. So I think one advice is don't keep a West Ham defender for this match at least.
yeah, because Leicester when they click. I think Maddison is also back.
Madison's back. He played. He
Yeah.
had a couple of good chances against City. I mean,
See, so Madison's back. Vardy, I know, almost scored one. He was offside. Spurs play United. I think we can steer clear of everyone except I think Kane. Yeah, we are all in agreement. Okay, cool.
top talents of the English team: Maguire against Harry Kane. Harry met Harry. Oh.
Yeah. Karlo Shadi. Sheffield play Arsenal. So finally, Sheffield will break out of their mold and not let enough teams score. I think I'm holding on to Aubameyang for one more game week before I switch him to Salah. Just to give him that last final goodbye. Because I think this might be the week that he scores. By the way, there's insider news that, again, on Twitter, obviously, it's not that insider, it's outside insider news. He will not be club captain next year. I don't know how that affects anything. It's not like our form will suddenly glow up.
Do they have captaincy candidates in the team?
Louis is there. Willian is standing in the election.
Make Leno the captain, yeah. Nice.
ठीक है उसको वैसे भी सब कुछ दिखता ही है उसके आगे. He has to do most work. West Brom plays Southampton. I think there is some pick there in Southampton.
Kings.
I'm not really sure if you give Germans leadership positions. I think.
Ooh, late आए लेकिन अच्छे लोग के साथ आए. Very nice. Highly appreciated.
We'll take it if not given.
We're not talking about the Angelas. We're talking about before them. Brighton versus Everton. Calvert-Lewin, one more dunk. See what I did there?
I saw.
Yeah,
I have no response.
अच्छा, speechless. चलो, इसी के साथ हम वापस आते हैं.
You forgot Pool Villa.
Oh, really? Is there a Pool Villa game also? I thought it's a blank. अच्छा ठीक है, Pool Villa ले लो कर लो. क्या बताओगे?
Lonavala. I was in a Villa which had a pool.
Jota is a must-have.
So this is Liverpool versus Aston Villa. This is the match that ended 7-2. The reverse fixture.
That is true.
Wow. Okay, so that'll be fun. Yeah.
Cool. With that insight.
Revenge. I think revenge is on the card. So go for Liverpool is what I would say then.
Really? I already have Jota. So I think the only.
Yeah, I think that's probably good enough. Yeah.
yeah. अभी इसके ज़्यादा कितना लेंगे? Wait, okay, let's come back to the fun part of FPL. ये तो ज्ञान बांटना था, वो तो हमने बांट दिया. ठीक है,
बिल्कुल.
very unfounded ज्ञान. But what we do know is that all three of us picked a player last week because all three of us have the opportunity to bet every week. Whoever wins or whoever gets, whoever gets the most number of points gets to dictate that rule for FPL the following week. Last week, Karthik picked Warner. Karthik, what did Warner do? That one assist, which he could have scored, but he turned it into an assist.
Yes.
He's a magician.
It's not a pass, it was a push.
Yeah, he pushes a rabbit back into the hat. He's that kind of magician. Sapre picked Bruno. What did he do, Sapre?
Bruno, I mean,
One more assist.
No, I mean, he could have had 2 penalties. One
Could have, though.
Rashford scored, and one after the final whistle. He didn't get those.
Correct. Yeah, okay, sorry. I feel bad for you. I picked Kane. So
Wow.
he scored 2 goals. So I win, obviously. And I have 1. So I will dictate the rule again for this week. What I want you to do, I don't know if this affects your transfers. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But what I want you to do is Chelsea play Crystal Palace, right? Next week? Like the coming week.
Yeah.
I want you to pick a Chelsea player. It could be anyone. And you have... Okay, just pick a Chelsea player. Make sure they're in your 11. That's all I want you to do.
I already have 3.
I-
Where are they going to go?
I'm going to no. So okay. So if you have 3, okay, fine. I'll go with the other stipulation that I was not going with, but now I will.
No.
Captain.
That's for Karthik. That's for Karthik. Sorry, I didn't say anything. Karthik has to
Oh,
captain.
sorry. That applies to Sapre also. Pick a Chelsea player and captain them.
Look, I have 2 Chelsea players. One is Mount, the other is Mendy.
So I'm not saying add a third one. I'm saying if you already have 2.
No, I am not listening to you. I heard your first thing. Take a Chelsea player. Ayer had something to say. He gives advice when not asked. Right? This is directed towards him.
Okay, fine. So Karthik has to captain one and Sapre does it.
Werner. I mean,
Werner. I have half a mind to captain Werner myself. So
That's
anyway, on that side note, but I think this is also Chelsea's best chance to score like a bucket load. So I have a feeling that Sapre might live to regret this.
Ayer, you saw what Werner did or didn't do in that international.
Didn't do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really the biggest Timo Werner fan. I just want him to do well.
Yes or no question.
That is not how you tell him, Sapre. That is not how you say it. You say that is a weak question to begin with. Okay. Bring it back.
One more mistake in this episode.
Chalo, now for the following week, we'll give you guys another chance. Pick your player and let's hope they score the most number of points. Let's go with you first.
Mo Salah.
Oh wow. Salah plays Villa.
Aston Villa.
Yeah. Sapre.
De Bruyne.
KDB. Easy pick or hard pick. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll go with Oba. One more week. I've already lost the Oba. Chalo, done. With that, we bring an end to this FPL segment. Again, go to fantasy.premierleague.com, put in H3OMYA, and you can join the Shootball League. Come show us what you got. That's all we have today on the FPL segment. Let's take a quick break and wrap this up with some Champions League fun or news around the world from Karthik Iyer, our special correspondent, all the way from Bangalore. We'll be right back after these messages. And we're back.
Ayer, too many things happened in Spain, right? I could only make a note of 3. One is what happened in the match between Valencia and Cadiz, right? Then what happened with the managers, the entertaining post-match conference from Real Sociedad. And third, you mentioned there's some fraud red card that Valladolid got against Barcelona, right? What? So much happening in Spain right now. And you want to talk about all of this, right? Or you can pick one.
I really don't. I mean, you just have to go and look at the 2 tables.
Join the group.
two league tables. Look at the Liga table where PSG just lost to Lille.
Liga.
I don't know. You tell me. I really don't know.
Watch it, man. Liga.
No, you can't watch it anywhere. I keep struggling to get the stream for Liga. You can't watch League One.
So sad.
Anyway, it's a great title race. 3 teams are in it: Lyon, Monaco, Lille, and PSG. So PSG haven't.
Those are 5 teams.
Wait, that's why it's great. Right?
3 teams are running, but 5 teams are there.
And the other one is La Liga. Somehow, Sapre's favorites, Atletico, have messed it up. They now just have a 1-point lead over Barcelona and a 2-point lead over
But
Real
Madrid play Barcelona.
That's this weekend. But knowing Atletico, they'll end up drawing, despite the fact that one of these two are going to lose, and they'll still mess it up somehow.
Such an artist, he loves to draw.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but
Oh
then
my God.
yeah, that's fun. The other thing is also, if you're
Sorry,
still
fun?
watching,
Fun. What was
Yeah.
fun?
I mean
now fun will come now.
Okay. Fun will come.
Okay, yeah.
the title races. Then we, of course, we have the Champions League tonight. I mean, I think I've already mentioned it. I'm looking forward to City Dortmund the most. You guys, which match is your eye on?
I think that's
The
a
worst
weak
part is
question.
it's happening at the
because,
same time.
That's a weak question. Now the obvious answer is Dortmund City, and the not obvious answer is Liverpool Madrid. But that also has a lot of history behind it, like with Karius and everyone.
2 Champions League finals, right? These 4 teams met.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the beauty of technology is that you can play something on your TV and have another device in front of you and watch both games together. There was a time, I don't know if people remember this, in our childhoods, where there was an inset frame of what was that called? Gold Rush, where they would show all the games, but apparently it's too hard to produce or something. And then they didn't say let's fix this. Instead, they said let's fuck it. I mean, sorry, let's not do it at all. Let's just not go ahead with it, and it's fine. No one will miss it. I miss it though. Just for the record, if anyone's listening.
We are. So what's on the injury news? We spoke. I think Varane is injured for Madrid. Carvalho is still out.
Crazy thing happened last week. Yeah, we didn't record, right, because there was no football. This is now bringing it back. I had a dream that we were recording, but I was recording while driving an Activa, a bike. I do not know how that worked. Yeah, riding a bike. And 20 minutes in, my part was done, and I just left the call. I don't know where I kept the laptop, etc., because I was literally riding with a laptop. I don't know why. Then I came back and you guys had finished the entire podcast and there was nothing off about it. So that was...
You're dreaming about this podcast. That's how, I mean, you still describe it as a dream and not a nightmare.
No, it is a dream. And it actually happened. You can't make such boring kind of dreams.
There's terrible dreams.
I am with you because I've read an article about bootlegging in Bangalore.
Will I wake up from this dream, but Karthik? Is there am I in the podcast right now? I'm not. There's an Inception.
Schrodinger's podcast.
No, you will. I hope you do wake up. Yeah.
So this podcast happened or doesn't happen?
This has happened. This happened because I can see a message from Lar Janus, who's been listening to us and watching us the entire time. And he wants to say that he reckons we were talking about who are the other 2 clubs who will finish in the Premier League, Champions League spots in the Premier League. He reckons that Leicester and Chelsea will fill the final 2. I think that was one of your guesses as well.
No, maybe. I said Leicester and West Ham.
Okay, yeah. So he reckons Leicester and Chelsea. So it's a 4th guess on our podcast.
Nice. We'll see who comes through finally.
And his first comment is abusive of Mourinho, which I am not going to read out.
I'm sure it's not original.
Man.
It's not original anyways, right? You'll see a lot of them out there.
He's the special ones.
Is he a Spurs fan?
Spurs is fans.
I don't know. His name is Lar. I don't know. Maybe that's not his real name. So I really don't know.
I would assume it is not.
Yeah.
So predictions, we know what we're looking for.
Kitna predictions from that time. Predictions. What matches are going on that you want so many predictions?
PSG versus Leicester.
He's just reading a comment. Sapre, don't take it the wrong way. He's just reading a comment. People are saying, kitna predictions, bas na.
Okay, ask me. PSG play whom? I forget.
Now don't ask him. No, don't give him bhav. Let it be. No one is your predictions.
Bloody, I dream about you too. And this is what I get.
I mean, I can only say sorry. There's only so much I can do for your dreams.
So I'm sure in that dream of yours, when we were recording, you were leading the episode. That's why you pushed me to it this time.
He just pissed. So my prediction for the Borussia Dortmund game against City is going to be 2-2 for City. I mean, 2-2 for both then. And I think Madrid will take a 3-1 That was my highlight of this podcast.
Very good predictions.
Madrid will take a 3-1 lead. Basically is what happened.
2-2, 3-3 and they'll play 1-on-1. Very good. Fantastic episode. Thank you. But we are all Bol Bachchans here. It's not just Mourinho.
Why not?
Right. We'll see you. There's a lot of football and there's IPL coming up. Iyer is not going to be in a position to have a bath for the next 1 month at least.
Why was he not in a position for the last month? But
between giving advices and dreaming
and pizza
he didn't have the time.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you. Always a pleasure to have the both of you. I don't know why, but it is.
Thank you, Sapre.
Thank you, Sapri. I don't know why we're giving a speech. Just hang up. Chalo,
I
good
know. Just let's
time
hang
jo
up.
hai.
Let's sleep for a while and then watch the Champions League matches.
Sleep for a while. It's now.
Is it?
Chalo.
Okay. See you guys.
I think Shironi and Vishnu left.